I never anticipated that a gesture of goodwill would lead to such upheaval in my life. My fiancé, Alex, and I had been together for 4 years, sharing a two-bedroom apartment in the city. Given that I worked from home, I covered two-thirds of the rent to accommodate my home office. Our relationship was harmonious, and we often discussed our future together. About a year ago, Alex's mother, Linda, faced eviction due to financial difficulties. Alex approached me, explaining her predicament and asking if she could stay with us temporarily. He assured me it would be for a few months until she found a job and got back on her feet. Wanting to support both Alex and his mother, I agreed. Initially, Linda was pleasant and expressed gratitude for our hospitality. However, as weeks turned into months, her job search seemed non-existent. She spent her days watching TV, leaving dishes unwashed, and making no effort to contribute to household chores or finances. I began to feel like a guest in my own home. Linda's behavior became increasingly intrusive. She would barge into my office during work hours, disregarding the fact that I was on important calls or meeting deadlines. Her interruptions ranged from trivial questions to unsolicited advice about my work. I tried to set boundaries, explaining the importance of my work privacy, but she dismissed my concerns, labeling me as overly sensitive. The situation worsened when Linda began criticizing my lifestyle. She often commented on my cooking, suggesting that I should prepare more traditional meals that Alex preferred. She questioned my housekeeping skills, implying that I wasn't taking proper care of Alex. Her remarks extended to my appearance, advising me to dress more modestly around the house. It felt as though she was imposing her outdated beliefs on me, and Alex remained silent through it all. One evening, after Linda had made a particularly disparaging comment about my career choice, I decided to have a serious conversation with Alex. I expressed my frustration about his mother's prolonged stay, her lack of contribution, and her disrespect towards me. I emphasized that while I understood she was his mother, our home should be a place of mutual respect. Alex listened but seemed conflicted. He admitted that he found it challenging to confront his mother and hoped I could be more patient. He suggested that perhaps I was overreacting and that Linda's intentions weren't malicious. This response left me feeling unsupported and isolated. As the months dragged on, nothing changed. Linda's presence became a constant source of tension. She began inviting her friends over without consulting us, turning our living room into her social space. On several occasions, I found my personal belongings moved or rearranged, with Linda claiming she was helping me organize. My patience wore thin. The breaking point came when I overheard a conversation between Linda and Alex. She was urging him to reconsider our relationship, suggesting that I wasn't the right fit for him and that he deserved someone who aligned more with their family's values. Alex didn't defend me. Instead, he remained silent, which felt like a betrayal. Feeling disrespected in my own home and unsupported by my partner, I made a decision. I informed Alex that I would be moving out and reducing my financial contribution to the rent. He was taken aback, arguing that without my share they couldn't afford the apartment. I reminded him that accommodating his mother was supposed to be temporary and that I could no longer live in an environment where I felt unwelcome. Linda reacted predictably, accusing me of abandoning them and being selfish. She claimed she had nowhere else to go, but I knew she had other family members she could turn to. Her manipulative tactics no longer swayed me. As I packed my belongings, Linda attempted to guilt-trip me, stating that I was tearing the family apart. She insinuated that I was never committed to the relationship and that I was leaving them in a dire situation. I remained firm, knowing that staying would only lead to further resentment. After moving into my new place, I felt a profound sense of relief. The peace and autonomy I regained were invaluable. A week later, Alex reached out, expressing regret and stating that he missed me. He acknowledged that he should have set boundaries with his mother, but felt it was too late to change things. I chose not to respond, recognizing that returning would mean subjecting myself to the same toxic environment. In the end, I learned the importance of setting boundaries and prioritizing my well-being. While it was a difficult decision, moving out was the best choice for my mental and emotional health. I hope that Alex and Linda find a way to manage their situation, but I am no longer willing to sacrifice my peace for their dysfunction.